A young woman with a turban, captured as if in a snapshot. Dutch artist Jan Vermeer painted fewer than 40 pictures. The Girl with the Pearl Earring from 1665 is his most popular work.
The Girl with the Pearl Earring, which is now considered one of Jan Vermeer's central works, is a masterpiece that was largely ignored until 1994, when it was first restored to its original magnificence, which is how we know it and cherish it as an icon today.
Das wir heute kennen und das wir heute als Ikone auch schätzen.
The motif has long become a familiar code. American writer Tracy Chevalier helped the painting become famous in 1999 with her novel of the same name. She invented a story about the woman in the painting. Her novel has been translated into 21 languages. The book was filmed in 2003 with Scarlett Johansson in the title role. In the final scene, the actress manages an almost perfect copy of the painted girl's melancholy gaze. The film made the painting world famous. Vermeer's masterpiece transposed to the present. The girl wears jeans and patent leather shoes. They're interpretations by the Austrian artist Dorothee Golz. She photographs portraits by old masters and places them in a contemporary context. She tinkers at the computer for up to 100 hours to get precisely the right facial expression. What remains of the original in Golz's digital painting, as she calls her pictures, is only the expression and the striking turban.
The Girl with the Pearl Earring is something very special within the portrait painting of Vermeer's time. It's like a photograph. It's not stiff and strict as the era's portraits usually are. Instead, it's as if Vermeer had suddenly said, "Wait, look over here for a second." And as if the model had turned to look at him. And I was fascinated by how he captured this, like a photo in a painting.
A collector bought the painting at auction in The Hague, in the Netherlands, at the end of the 19th century for what would now be about €1. When he died in 1903, he left it to the Maurits House. The masterpiece by Vermeer now hangs in room 15 on the first upper story, drawing hundreds of thousands of visitors every year.
Tracy Chevalier wrote this beautiful novel on the Girl with the Pearl Earring, and this book and the film that was made about it, of course, attracted many more visitors to the museum and to the painting. People know the girl. They feel like they know her and they want to look her in the eye. They really want to make this personal connection with the painting. And that's what we see is happening every day the museum is open, that people are flocking to this room where the girl hangs to appreciate the beauty of the painting.
Jan Vermeer was a master in rendering the effects of light. The girl's face seems fragile. Her lips shine delicately. For the blue of the turban, Vermeer chose ultramarine, one of the most expensive pigments. The unusually large pearl seems like an illusion, a fantasy of the artist, like the girl herself.
It's a trony, a kind of a portrait-like painting, but it's not a recognizable person. It's a girl in an oriental attire. And those kind of paintings were very much en vogue in the 17th century in the Netherlands. But at the same time, the way he worked with light, with subtle light effects, that's so different from his fellow painters in the 17th century, which makes his works very distinct, very spectacular.
Today, the girl with the pearl earring has arrived in the present. We encounter it in everyday life, as though it had always been around. The digital paintings by Dorothee Golz play with that idea. They turn the 17th century girl into a modern young woman in a leather jacket.
The question is why precisely this picture became an icon in our day. I think it has something to do with the way this picture somehow seems familiar. This depiction seems familiar.
It all has to do with this subtle, simple beauty, which is enchanting.
The Girl with the Pearl Earring by Jan Vermeer became an incredible success story at the end of the 20th century. A novel and a movie were the decisive impulses to turn the Girl with the Pearl Earring into the cult image we know today.